All right, it's late here on June 30th, and despite the fairly long post earlier today, I did have to duck out to have my dental work done, and I am here with a temporary crown after about hour and a half worth of work. My fourth crown, and one of the reasons I have so many is I'm a night tooth grinder, and have a night guard. This is my night guard that I actually wear during the day at times as well. But I have a subconscious habit of grinding my teeth, and it's done me in a little bit from a dental perspective. So anyway, permanent crown comes on in about 3 weeks. And in the meantime, I got to do my best not to chew through the temporary right now. I wanted to follow up. Forget about the teeth stuff. I wanted to follow up on last several posts and certainly today's post, and touch on one particular aspect, and it has to do with my decision and my approach over the last couple of months now, in terms of ramping the sizes down a little bit, and most importantly, to not add to my trading account from any other source other than profitable trading. And I thought this would be a point in time to talk about that. And first of all, certainly you could look at my situation and say, well, you don't have to add because you could draw down, several $1,000,000 and you won't feel it. But in my candid view, doing so can really risk putting yourself in a death spiral, a la Archie Karras, a la Jesse Livermore, and I have such strong conviction, and I've said this I think a couple of times over the last couple of years in the blog. I have such very strong conviction that one should never add or replace trading losses in one's account with anything other than profitable trading. Okay. Now, you could argue on the one hand that I cut back my profitability by doing so for a period of time, and that certainly is one argument. But it is most important to me, and it has been most important to me throughout my career, that I restore any draw, whether small, modest or large, with capital funded by trading. Okay, and that has allowed me, among other things, to grow a very small balance. My trading account started as a very modest, barely into the six-figure sum, now into multiple millions, and the only reason that I've never gotten into that death spiral type of scenario is because of this. And that's the point I want to make. Again, this isn't, look at what I've done. My point is to try to impress upon people that, you've got to build your trading account back up via profitable trading. Because if you don't, you excuse me, you run some substantial risk of going down that slippery slope, from which, several traders and speculators in other cases have never recovered from, who had done well for extended periods of time. So, I use the events of early May to put myself in that mode. And what does it do? Well, it restores confidence, right? And it ensures that, again, in my case, I have had this trailing stop that has continually increased as my account has grown. And as I said several weeks ago, the idea was if I ever fell below that for whatever reason, that I would step back and reassess and say, whoa, something for the moment, is wrong. Let's deal with it. And again, as I said in that post a few weeks ago, There wasn't anything wrong really. There was a 20-minute loss of market liquidity that really caught many of us who were providing liquidity at the time. It caught us a little bit. That coupled with I wasn't trading particularly well at the time, and in hindsight, again, did my best to manage that scenario as best I could. And looking back at it, I have no regrets at all. I had to put myself in this mode, and so while I've certainly sacrificed some income over the last several weeks, in that it has allowed me to not only regain all the capital and beyond now, but again restore that confidence. So I just wanted I want to use examples in my own real, bona fide, proven, documented trading to use them as teaching lessons, and I just can't impress upon anyone enough that pursues this business that you got to suck it up. You got to suck it up. If you need to rebuild your capital, you go back to work. You grind it out day by day. I used to call this EESM, Extended and Emergency Scalp Mode. Whether that's on an hourly basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis, you grind it out. You grind out extremely high profitable trades, high percentage. You're focused. You're getting everything else out of your mind, and you work it to death until it just becomes again ingrained in you. And what happens over time is each time you do that, you become stronger. Your calluses become thicker, and you're able to deal with things like this. So you have to know, kind of like back in that Jordan commercial from a couple of posts ago, you have to know what has gotten me to this point and what I still do today to maintain and make sure I don't slip back. So I just wanted to put that out there, follow up on the closing post for the quarter. Let's have a great third quarter. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll catch you on the flip side.